tour again.
Are we lucky? They've let us out.
Only this time no drinks
Not yet.
because we're going to
A cocktail bar
to try drinks for you.
so that you don't try rubbish ones. It's really good of us, isn't it?
I know, we're just so helpful.
We are so helpful.
Watch and enjoy.
Right, so we're going to do cocktail number 2,
Yes.
and we're going non-alcoholic.
Yes, so we are obviously want to cater everyone as usual, and a non-alcoholic option of actually a drink we were talking about last episode, one of my favourites, the French 75, but this is called a blank 75.
Yeah, and in making it, we can show you how to make a French 75 because
Oh,
you just
please
swap
do.
gin in.
Do you want to make one of those alongside for me? Thanks.
We could make one straight after.
Perfect.
So, blank 75, non-alcoholic version of French 75. Do you want to give some history to the drink?
Yeah, so this one, for this cocktail, we don't have much history as it was created here at this bar to showcase Everleaf, which is a bittersweet non-alcoholic aperitif. This one is actually inspired by forest ingredients, and we decided to play on a non-alcoholic twist on a French 75. So the cocktail here goes by the name of Blanc 75. The difference between the two is that the French 75 has gin as a base spirit, so we're talking about gin, lemon juice, and sugar syrup, topped up with champagne. For the non-alcoholic option, we swapped the gin for Everleaf Forest. We kept the lemon and the sugar syrup, and we are topping up the drink with a dry, non-alcoholic sparkling wine.
Yes.
Amazing.
I think I definitely prefer the sound of the French 75.
They're both great drinks. So, I mean, shameless plug, co-owner of the bar owns Everleaf, which is why we're using Everleaf, but it's also a really nice non-alc alternative. The French 75 was invented reputedly by an American officer, I think, in the First World War.
Right.
And French 75 refers to the French 75mm artillery, which packed a punch, and that was the point of the combination of gin and champagne.
How do you improve champagne? Put gin in it.
Exactly.
There you go.
So
Love it.
we start off with making the non-fizzy bit of the drink in a shaker. So we are going to put in 20?
25.
25. 25. Close, but not quite. So 25 ml of Everleaf Forest.
So tell us about the Everleaf.
So there are 3 different flavours of Everleaf. Forest, Marine and Mountain.
Yes.
So Paul, who owns Everleaf and set Everleaf up, is a botanist by background. So each of them represents a different sort of ecosystem. And so the forest is full of flavours that come
So
from
flavour
forest
profile from
environments,
that. Okay.
etc. And they're non-alcoholic and designed as kind of bittersweet aperitifs. So you could sort of think of them like they're not like a Campari at all in flavour profile, but they're that kind of modifier.
But
thing.
you're using it in place of gin.
Yes.
So would you, if you were having a gin and tonic, you'd have an Everleaf and tonic if you wanted non-alcoholic. Would that work?
Everleaf and tonic is kind of the classics
Right.
of
Okay.
the
So
drink.
it's normally in place of gin
Yeah, but increasingly it's also used by bartenders in alcoholic drinks as a flavour
as a
modifier.
flavour. Interesting.
It's actually very versatile and it's quite fun to play with. As mentioned from Rufus, as you have different flavors, you can actually implement Everleaf pretty much everywhere. I just
Sounds very
thought that-
biased. Sounds like an advert. We just really
Yeah.
like it. The fact that Paul owns it is
That's
a
perfect.
byproduct.
If it works, it works.
Well, exactly. So 25 ml of Everleaf, you could replace that with gin, and you'd get a French 75.
If someone didn't have Everleaf, what would they be looking at? A non-alcoholic gin to go in this?
You could use one, I guess. It'd be.
I will check on the how sweet the gin is gonna be.
Okay,
Because
so that's
that's
what
the
you want. It's the
problem.
bitter part of it that you
That's
want.
the problem with non-alcoholic spirits is
Uh-huh.
that sometimes they tend to be overly sweet
Yeah.
to compensate.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I will just taste it before
Yeah.
before serving.
And so then we mix that with lemon and sugar. So this is kind of like a little sour base.
Mhm.
So same sort of structure as a margarita or something like
Mhm.
that. How much of each am I doing?
It's equal parts. So
Oh,
same as
25,
the
25, 25. Okay, nice. Nice.
I can remember those
And
ratios.
easy to remember.
easy.
So pre-squeeze lemon juice. Obviously, you can do the lemon juice at home. You do that as you're making it.
And if you didn't have lemon, you were saying you could use lime.
I mean, yes, you'd get a different drink.
Yeah.
Lime juice tends to be a bit sweeter, so you might then dial down the sugar
Yeah.
a bit. But with all of these, all drinks, I was going back to that book, the David Embry book. Once you've kind of got that structure, so here it's equal parts of strong, non-alcoholic strong in this case,
Yeah.
but strong, sour and sweet.
Mhm.
You can play around with that then.
Yeah.
So you can put in a honey syrup instead of simple syrup.
Mhm.
You could put in a gin or a rum or a whiskey if you wanted to.
Whiskey and honey syrup.
You
quite
could
nice.
use lime
Does
instead
sound nice.
of lemon. But you want to, the reason you see bartenders in bars sort of getting a straw and tasting
Mhm.
drink
The
is
balance.
because not all lemons are equal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's about that sort of sweet sour.
Same with chef
balance.
tasting food, isn't it? You've always
Yeah.
got to taste what you
Exactly,
got to
exactly.
get the balance.
So then back to the simple syrup we talked about earlier. Again, same volume. And then add some ice. Clearly, we have a range of different cocktail shakers here. I have used jam jars, I've used Tupperware, various different things in a pinch to shake a drink. It makes a really good shake up. So this is obviously chilling the drink, it's adding dilution, so the water, the ice is melting into it. And then it also adds, I can't remember who it was who said this, but of a sparkling sour, that you should drink it while it's still winking at you. So it kind of
Okay.
adds some
Out of the body.
liveliness
Yes.
to it.
Well, it's air, isn't it? You're shaking air and like,
Yeah, exactly.
like beating eggs or.
And then, because it's now non-alcoholic version, we're using a German zero alcohol
Because it's got an
sparkling
excellent
wine,
name.
the Funkelwurz,
I
Funkelwurz
love
Zero.
that.
But obviously, you could use in the original, you'd use champagne. And you could use any other sparkling wine as well. Yeah,
But you were saying
a
this
Prosecco
is
as well, for
a
example.
dry one,
Yeah.
which again is part of the flavour profile. Because you're saying a lot of non-alcoholic ones can be sweeter,
Yes,
so you
yeah.
want to try and find something
And-
dry to go with it.
Yeah, and equally, if you're making an alcoholic one, you'd use a dry
Dry, absolutely.
champagne. And then so I'm twisting lemon zest over it, which forces the oil
Yeah.
to zoom out
You
and
can smell it.
gives you the oil smell and flavour on top. And I'm going to drop that in. Should you drop it in? There's a bit of an argument about whether
Well,
you
we
do or
have
don't.
mini pegs here to keep the zest on the glass, so you still have
So that
the
would be
aroma.
that would be the pretty professional way to peg it
I'm
onto
pretty
the
sure
side
if we're
of the
making
glass.
this at home for our Christmas party, we're dropping it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an argument that sometimes if you drop it in, the bitterness of the pith then affects the drink, and so some people espresso it and then throw it away.
I guess again that's a personal taste, isn't it?
Exactly, it's up to you. But anyway, that's the Black
Fantastic.
75.
Amazing.
Cool
Cool.
taste.
Yeah, I'm going to go straw again because I have a cold. So as much as it's probably not the right drink to drink through a straw.
Yeah, I don't know who's here.
No, that's
Mine
okay.
might be in
We
there.
can
I'll
keep
keep
our
mine for
straws
future.
now.
I mean, it looks the part, doesn't it?
It does look apart.
It's such a
It smells so fresh.
sort of, I don't know, it's a great party drink.
That is really nice. I would not know that was non-alcoholic until I drank several and realised that it wasn't having the same
It
effect.
smells amazing.
Yeah.
and
It
there-
smells
and there's-
lemony.
There's been this massive growth in non-alc
Mm.
as a category over the last 5+ years, and it,
Oh,
you know,
lovely.
It's really
the ability
lovely.
to give someone who doesn't want to drink, isn't drinking, doesn't drink,
Even driving, pregnant, it's-
whatever
that
the
looks
reason.
like a proper.
Exactly, the
party
ability
drink.
to have a drink that
Yeah.
feels grown up and adult.
Yeah.
You're more likely not to drink if there's nice things to drink, I think.
Exactly.
That's very
Yeah,
good.
it's great.